All right, so on this FedEx truck, I've been not having a speedometer, and man, it really gets on my nerves. Especially I don't really have anywhere to put my phone, so I have to put it down in the cup holder, and then I can't see the speedometer anyways on like Google Maps. So I like pick my phone up to make sure, and I've got it pretty well dialed in to where I know basically where I'm at with my RPMs. Except when you go through town, it's like 25 and 30, and in town is where you really got to watch out, and I'm really irritated with it. Well, that combine I scrapped, I got this. So one of my problem is the makeshift cluster that I've got right now is electronic. And the transmission has a mechanical gear driven one, cinder or whatever you call it. And I haven't been able to find A, one of these is long enough, or B, one that'll even go in there and work. So I got to thinking, I've got some other transmissions out there, that 466 I pulled out of that Lodestar earlier. This came out of that transmission as a Spicer 5-speed, and I thought, I wonder if they're the same. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's worth a shot. So I took this out, and I've got I've got several other Road Rangers back there, and I took this out of one of those other Road Rangers, and it's the same thing. So I'm sure that the one that's in this transmission is going to be the same. I would imagine. I mean, the Road Ranger transmissions, but I have one other kind of this, cinder, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they call it, but so I'm gonna pull the one out of this transmission and see if it's the same. And if it is, I kind of think that this that I got out of that combine is gonna be long enough. If it isn't long enough, it's long enough to kind of jerry rig it to where it'll work. Like what I'm trying to say is like I might have to like come up through the floor or something instead of routing it around nicely. But that'll give me a speedometer for now. Um, my perometer leads are supposed to be here tomorrow. I'm super excited about that. And I just seen that I have another perometer gauge in there. This like the 2 inch or 2 1/8 or whatever they are. I really like it. The glass is a little bit cracked on it, and it says white Freightliner on it. It's kind of cool. I like the old stuff. But I don't know if I'll use that one. The other one I have is like the big like 3 inch or whatever, and they're analog. Everything's analog. I like analog. But anyway, so another irritation about not having a speedometer it is not being able to clock your miles for your oil change. I mean, you know, I've only had to change the oil in here once, and it was about that time anyways. But anyways, so I scrapped out an auto car here some time ago. That's where I got this transmission that's in the FedEx truck, and the gauges out of the auto car, the speedometer and tachometer are the ones that I was going to use. I cannot find them. I cannot find them. I can find white Freightliner. This one right here is just a SW, whatever that stands for. It's just a generic one or whatever. But I can't find the ones I was going to use. It really is irritating me. But because I had the tachometer, I had already plugged it into the wires up there and made sure that it was going to work, and it worked. And it's actually got a screw you can dial it in. Um, and I'd already done that and everything. But anyways, whatever. I'm just gonna use this one for now and see if it'll work. So this is what it looks like. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna plug it in here and see if everything works and go from there. Well, it's different. I put the other one in there just to keep it from leaking, but this gear is just a little bit bigger. And so the deal is with this one actually has like a slit instead of being like a square or whatever in there. So that's why it isn't working. So I guess I'll go and investigate a little farther. I thought that I had pulled one of these out of a transmission earlier that was like that, but oh, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look around.
So apparently the next video after this one, it didn't save. I was standing outside and it was misting, and my phone started acting wonky, so I'm sure it freaking deleted or whatever. But I ended up finding the correct insert or whatever the goes on the end of the cable to to go in that deal that goes in the transmission. It's by the grace of God I found it. It actually came out of that 466 out there that I took out of that Lodestar. So that 466, I think I put a video up on here. I know I made a video, but um, I'd actually never seen one. On the front of the where the pump goes, the fuel pump goes, there is where they get the tachometer out of the RPM reading, and the little piece that goes in that, it was the same as the one for this transmission. So I was able to get that, and so anyways, my wife and I were we went and took the truck for a drive to see which, because I've got, I don't know, 10 or whatever different tachometers, and I wanted to see which one was going to be the most accurate, which one was going to perform the best, and which one I kind of liked the best out of the ones that performed the best. And we got down the road, and I felt something kind of hitting like back and forth. It was real subtle. I wasn't really sure what was going on, and we came back to the house and got some more stuff, and I left again, and it seemed like it was getting worse, and so I stopped at the stop sign just down the road here, and got out and realized that the ball on the gooseneck hitch had fallen through the plate. Um, the weld broke, like, and I'll show you in the next video. There was no penetration on the ball itself, so whoever welded that probably shouldn't be a welder. So obviously I didn't go back out and test it. So this is what I ended up with. My cable's coming through the floor here. That's where the batteries go. And so I just went to town. Well, I went and took some stuff to the scrapyard and went and got the title for that Mac. And so this is out of a Lodestar, and it worked really good. I mean, right on. It does jiggle a little bit, but what do you expect with a mechanical gauge? So, especially one that's 60 years old, whatever, from the 70s. So this is kind of what I ended up with, just temporary. I do plan on. I'm going to take this. I'm going to cut out to this hole. This used to be a perometer in here. I'm going to cut out all the way to here, all the way down. I'm going to take this out. This is for the air horn. And I'm going to put a plate there, and I'll put all my gauges in there and make it real nice. So I might work on that today.